16.
Big first block.
Ryan, you rocking that Men in Black look?
Jeremy's sick. He's
Wired
15.
microphone.
Minute.
1 minute. Traffic them weather. Looks like we have Jeremy and Burker. And who knows, we may have a Danielle Woods live shot sometime at 5.
Ooh.
Could be. She's at this Adams County. Susan,
30.
I can hear you. Your story's 2. 30. Okay. 4.5.
Set for traffic.
Set. I think we will.
Welcome back. A crash in Upper Lake Township, Lancaster County has shut down a portion of the roads here. This is at the intersection of
bridge.
Newport Road and Horseshoe Road. It is closed due to that accident, and fire police are on
Bustling
scene
the
redirecting traffic. So you will have to avoid that area until that gets clear. But otherwise, as we go into Lebanon County, also an accident to report on Route 72 near Rockley Road, seeing some delays in that area. And back to the Beltway, we still have this accident on Interstate 83 South. The exit for
Ron?
44B, that's 17th Street, there's a shoulder closed there, also seeing delays in that area. Good idea to give yourself a little bit of extra time. But otherwise, if you're commuting on Interstate 81 in Dauphin County, really not bad. It looks like traffic is moving here near Lindellstown Road. And checking in on some of your drive times, also not too bad. If you're commuting from the 81-83 split to the York split, it will only take you about 15 minutes. From York split to York, about 20. And from York to Shrewsbury, about 15. This Lancaster Toyota traffic
So
report
one.
is brought to you by Lancaster Toyota. Hey Joe, it was
Hey.
beautiful out there.
Yeah, it certainly is, Brittany. A nice afternoon. Look at the temperatures. Low to mid 60s, some upper 60s,
Thank you,
Gettysburg
Nate.
and Chambersburg, but some 50s to the north. That's where there's some clouds and even a few light showers. Sprinkles up in the Schuylkill Valley, but it doesn't look like much precipitation. Nothing real heavy, that's for sure. And this kind of streak of rain is with a front that's going to back its way into the Susquehanna Valley. Meantime, though, partly cloudy, 66 over in King of Prussia. We're sitting here with some sunshine in the 60s, 50s out in Somerset. Pittsburgh about 64 with partly sunny skies. By tomorrow, though, I think there will be more clouds, a cooler day. Temperatures 50s and 60s around here. Some 70s on the other side of the mountain, even 80s in Charlottesville, but I think it will stay in the 50s down shore. For us, partly cloudy, seasonable afternoon or evening. Temperatures right around 60, mostly cloudy. Could be that stray shower overnight tonight, a little drizzle perhaps. Clouds keep it near 60 tomorrow. Again, a few spots could see a shower, particularly in the afternoon. All that 7-day updated just recently coming up.
WGAL News 8 at 5 is next.
Police in York County are looking for 2 armed robbers who assaulted an
Yep.
elderly couple.
The plaintiff continues to the village road
Open it
today.
to-
Community leaders are making a
30 way
plan to
back
move
up.
forward.
These signs serve as a warning to drivers, but today police were handing out fines, thousands of dollars worth.
Everybody was just standing there, and then I started to hear people cry.
A Hershey woman captures the fire and spire collapse at Notre Dame.
After a sunny
Should
day
be
today,
open
the
too, tight
clouds
now.
return for tomorrow. It could even be a few light showers.
Coverage you can count
Send
on
back up.
continues. This is WGAL News 8 at 5.
Right now, police in York County are looking for 2 armed robbers who assaulted a couple during a home invasion. Good evening, I'm Ron Martin.
I'm Kim Lemon. WGAL News 8's Becca Hendrickson is live in North
Step from Becca.
Mills Township.
Except
Police believe this
Packaging
couple
B.
was targeted by 2 masked men who showed up at their door late last night and knocked and then tried to rob them.
It's
Just
too
very
early to
fast
tell
out, no
why
pad.
or
2 of the
what
box
two
on Ron,
officers,
3 of the box on Kim, 1 of the
but
Crow
it doesn't
for
seem to
Susan.
be a random act from what we know at this point.
The chief says it all happened in less than 5 minutes. The armed robbers hit both victims on the head and pushed the man down the stairs, and at some point one of the robbers' guns went off, but the bullet didn't hit anyone. Investigators say that's when the robbers sped off and the couple called police. Joan Sabanero lives a few houses down.
Set.
She says they've lived there for decades and nothing like this has ever happened.
Because the clay war is just not real. And this is must be so traumatic for her.
Police also believe that given the
Notepad?
violent nature
None.
of this
Okay,
attack,
I'll
they
make sure
wouldn't
they
be
know about
surprised if these robbers
Yeah,
have done this
Steve had me
before,
watch it
and
earlier,
they want to catch
fortunately,
them
so.
before they do it again. Live in North
So
Dakota
too.
Township, Becca Hendrickson, WGAL News 8.
And we have some breaking news out of Adams County, where state police say
Jeremy, you're up in a
troopers,
minute.
firefighters, and canines are searching a collapsed home for an elderly woman inside. It's taking place on
$3.
Stone Jug Road near Bender's Church Road in Butler Township. State police say they were sent to the home for a welfare check when they saw the building had partially collapsed.
State police say more individuals
One
have
the
come
chroma.
forward since indecent assault charges were filed against a Lancaster County doctor. And now 2 law firms are getting involved in this case. WGAL News 8's Susan Shapiro is following the case and is here with new information.
State police confirmed this afternoon that more individuals have come forward since the charges were filed against Dr. William Vollmer, but so far, no
Two-centered.
additional charges have been filed against him. A spokesman says the problem is whether or not the accusations are prosecutable under the statute of limitations. The family and sports physician was charged last week with indecent assault after state police say he touched a patient's genitals March 24th while he was treating him for an ankle injury at his practice
30
in
away.
Quarryville. According to court papers,
Sign C.
Vollmer told state police it was a huge misunderstanding, mostly on my part. A Philadelphia attorney is now representing that patient, a man in his 20s.
There's no way that a physician should
One the
ever,
chroma.
in any circumstance, say
2-centered.
that there was a misunderstanding where I was providing
3 to
medical
stand up.
treatment to a patient, and I misunderstood that medical treatment to mean that I was allowed to sexually assault him.
Another law firm is representing a second accuser who it says gave a full statement to state police. Dr. Vollmer is no longer employed by Diamond, Tony and Associates or the Susquehanna Valley School Districts where he worked as a school physician.
Set, Jeremy.
His medical license is temporarily
Set.
suspended. Susan Shapiro, WGAL News 8.
Cleanup continues in parts of Dauphin County after severe storms damaged buildings Sunday night. WGAL News 8's Jeremy Jenkins is live in Millersburg, where crews were out assessing
Live.
the damage today.
I'm here outside the Hebron United
Packaging D.
Methodist Church, and you can see the debris left here after the storm shifted the structure forward. Now county leaders are here to make a plan to get things back on track.
You can see there's a lot of brick, a lot of long pieces
Short
of wood,
package.
roof, shingles. They'll all need to be removed.
Something that could take the city weeks or months to complete on their own. Today, county commissioners came to the site to announce they're not going to let that happen.
Whether it's about cleanup and debris removal, the ability to put out dumpsters and take the trash to the incinerator, we're willing to help in whatever way that we're needed.
Come on, Jeremy.
Dam adjustments
Set
for the
3.
church aren't available just yet. They're expected in the next couple of days, but the commissioner says that the insurance is expected to pay for it. But if there's any need for them to step in, he says they are ready to step up. Live in Millersburg, Jeremy Jenkins, WGAL News 8.
You're clear, Jeremy. Thank you.
Paris is now turning to the cause of that
Packaging
massive
A.
fire that broke out at the Notre Dame Cathedral on Monday. The flames finally extinguished after burning for 9 hours in a building that has stood for centuries. Mary Maloney has the latest from Paris.
Haunting new images show the
1
scale
minute,
of
standard
damage
out. 2
inside
centered
the
wrong.
Notre Dame Cathedral.
3 of the
This
box on
fire
can.
sent shockwaves around Paris and around the world.
I went to see it with my own eyes. I just couldn't believe it.
The central spire and a majority of the 13th century wooden roof were largely destroyed. There are some reasons to be thankful. Much of the beloved cathedral's interior is still intact, and its most precious relics saved, including the crown of thorns,
Someone
which
might
some
want to check with
believe
Jeremy
was
about
placed on the
Palestine.
head of
Hebron,
Jesus
for
during the
the church. He said
crucifixion.
Hebron.
French President Emmanuel Macron pledging to rebuild, as hundreds of millions of dollars have already been donated. Across the world, there are signs and sounds of solidarity. St. Patrick's Cathedral, New York
Set 2
City,
centered.
ringing its bells at 12:50 p.m. Eastern, marking 24 hours since the fire started. I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
A Lancaster County man suffered smoke inhalation after his house caught fire this morning. Elizabethtown firefighters say it looks like the fire started in the kitchen area where the man was cooking. The
Joe, we're
assistant
coming out
chief
in
found the
about
homeowner on the
a
front
minute.
porch of his house on Old Ridge Road. The man was taken to the hospital. Overnight in Lancaster County, 1,000 turkeys died in a fire near Denver. It started around 3 o'clock near the intersection of Hickory Road and Pineview Drive. Fire crews say there wasn't much they could do to stop the fire, which ultimately destroyed the building. No word yet on the cause.
The Eastern Lancaster County School
Packaging
District
D.
is moving forward with a plan to provide private locker rooms for all students, but the policy is being met with some concern. WGAL News 8 education reporter Ann Shannon is here to explain.
The school board approved what it calls the physical privacy
Three-centered.
policy. In the immediate future, it calls for the 4 locker rooms.
Mother's
in
next
Garden
after the
State High
tag,
School
Joe's
to be
outside.
renovated into single-user, gender-neutral stalls. The work would cost about $1 million and should be completed by next spring. Now, the move comes after a transgender student who identifies as a male requested to use the boys' locker room. The district initially installed private changing stalls in that locker room to accommodate the request, but the school board decided to take a closer look at the issue and created the new policy. Eventually, all schools in the district would have private facilities. Now, the policy also includes an addendum that recommends that while the changes are being reviewed and put into place, wherever we cannot provide private single-user facilities when changing or using the bathroom facilities, the students are to use the facilities based on their biological sex. Now, the policy does go on to say that any student who would like additional privacy will be able to use a single-user facility. Ann Shannon, WGAL News 8.
The district superintendent tells us the board wants to review the policy again at its meeting on May 13th. The policy will not go into effect until May 14th.
Taking a live look across the Susquehanna Valley using some of the News 8 sky cams, a decent day with a mix of sun and clouds and temperatures in the 60s. So what's in store for the rest of the week? Chief Meteorologist Joe Calhoun's outside with our first check on the storm team forecast.
All right, if you have any plans this evening, kids have a game, you want to go for a walk or a run or a bike ride, hit a few golf balls, I think it's nice. Look at these temperatures, 60s, a few cooler 50s.
3-centered,
off to the
2
north,
shot,
where
2 with
we
the quad.
are picking up a little bit of rain. So if you live up toward the Schuylkill Valley, you can see maybe a little light rain or some drizzle, but most of the showers are going to stay to our north through the evening hours anyway. Overnight, though, maybe a different story. There could be a little drizzle. There's your 8 to 8 planner. We'll probably get down into the 40s late tonight. It's going to be that cool, damp kind of feeling with winds coming in off the ocean right on through tomorrow. Best bet for rain, though, in the next couple of days comes Friday. Later Friday into Friday night could even be some heavier thunderstorms and some pretty good downpours. The weekend, the word is unsettled. I'll explain about that when I come back inside.
In an effort to save a historic bridge, police handed out thousands of dollars in fines today.
Packaging A.
WGAL News 8's Caitlin Smith has more from the Slate Hill Road Bridge in Lower Allen Township that connects York and Cumberland counties.
This bridge dates back to the 1800s, and over at least the last decade, it's really begun to show its age. It's not as strong as it used to be, and can no longer
49
handle
seconds.
heavy weight.
2 shot, 2 with the quad.
So police set up a scale and stopped 10 drivers. The weight limit is 3 tons. Officers say one box truck was more than double that. But they say the most frequent offenders look more like this.
Chances are in your half-ton pickup truck with a load on, you're going to be heavier than that 3-ton weight limit.
The heaviest fine handed out today? More than $2,200.
All right, drive safely.
That driver got off with just a warning because the scale was no longer here at the bridge. It was donated by the Cumberland County District Attorney's Office. Caitlin Smith,
2 till down.
WGAL News 8.
Set.
Confirmed measles cases are going up in the U.S. and around the world.
The World Health Organization says worldwide measles cases are up 300% this year compared to last.
WGAL News 8's Aisha Diaz reports from Washington.
Health officials say as more people choose not to vaccinate their children, the highly contagious disease is on the rise, with more than a dozen states reporting cases.
Despite our best efforts,
Cheese is next. VONC, Sutton D, Sutton
The
A.
CDC says 2019 is on pace to set a U.S. record for most cases of the disease in 25 years. So far this year, cases in the U.S. have exceeded 500, already nearing the total from 2014. Doctors say measles starts with a fever, sore throat, and cough, followed by a rash that could lead to more serious complications.
We're just checking to see what Tony's status is. He's going to make
child
package
in the
514.
office in part of their practice. If I were a pediatrician, I would do the same thing.
Many of the New York families choosing not to vaccinate live in an ultra-Orthodox Jewish community. Others across the country just don't believe in vaccines. But doctors say the evidence is overwhelming that vaccines work. In Washington, I'm Ayaan Sedillas.
Coming up next, our coverage of the Notre Dame Cathedral fire continues. We'll hear from a Hershey woman who captured this video from a bridge near the scene in Paris.
And on WGAL News 8 at 5:30. After a string of robberies at businesses in Harrisburg last week, now 3 arrests bring some relief. But more robbers could still be on the loose.
Only 100 students nationwide got selected for a prestigious scholarship from Amazon. And one of them goes to school here in the Susquehanna Valley.